In 2021, I walked into a combat sports club for one training session. Within weeks, I was in a completely different world. I was part of tournaments, training camps, weight cuts. It felt like I had opened a door to a parallel life. And here's what I realized. Those doors are everywhere. The typical life path in Germany is school, college or apprenticeship, work for company X, build a house and start a family, and you're kinda done. Then life stays more or less the same. And this might be a nice path, but I ask myself, if we do life justice if we live only this one way? Don't we experience only a fraction of the facets life has to offer? Or is the way I think ungrateful because I kind of label a good life as a limited life? And then again, I always circle back to me thinking, aren't we on this earth to experience all its possibilities? As a marketing employee in a German startup, as a bartender in a suburb in the USA, as a scuba diving instructor in Australia, as a nature photographer in Africa. I read the book The Midnight Library, and there the protagonist tries to commit suicide, but then finds herself in a room between life and death, the Midnight Library. The thousands of books on the shelves represent every variant of her life. Those thousands of lives in front of her are based on the concept that every little decision leads to a completely different life. In one of her lives, the protagonist is a world-class swimmer. In a different one, she's a mother living a normal life. She simply has to open up one of the books to dive into a different life, and it's a beautiful story that reminded me to cherish all facets of life we can experience. In our real life, we don't have a midnight library, probably, but even without one, is there a possibility to try out everything we imagine? We do face obstacles, money, responsibilities, assumed time required to build a different life, but I am convinced of two things. First, we don't need as much time as we think we do. Sometimes you're only limited by your social environment. Sometimes you just need one new friend to take you into another life, just as my friend took me to the combat sports club once. I also went to Morocco and met a surfer who showed me life there for weeks. Not life as a tourist, but life as if I were part of the culture there. And some years ago I met friends from my youth again. A couple of weeks later I was involved in a music startup and did interviews with famous artists from all over the world. And here's my second belief. We don't have to turn our current life around by 180 degrees to live a different life. It's about trying out things that let us taste what a different life could be like. You don't have to take the extreme of moving to a different country. You can start by staying in a different country for a month. You don't have to take the extreme of writing a book. You can start by writing a couple of articles. And that is what I want to get you to do. I want you to try out more. You don't have to live longer, but you can live wider.